Greetings, petrolheads. Right, you lot. Buckle up because today we're taking a wild ride into a world you might not expect. Today we're diving headfirst into the thrilling and somewhat controversial world of Chinese knockoff cars. Yes, you heard that right, folks. Don't adjust your screens, you heard that right. These aren't your typical showroom stars, but they sure do have a story to tell. We've got not one, but two automotive doppelgangers ready to duke it out in a battle of budget versus brand. In the first corner, weighing in with more chrome than a rapper's teeth, it's the Dodge Ram clone. This beast is all about the bling. This steel stallion can be yours for a mere $3,500. That's right, folks, a full-size pickup for less than the cost of a fancy dinner date. That's less than a used washing machine in some parts of the world. Imagine that, a whole vehicle for the price of doing your laundry. And in the other corner, looking like it just escaped a Land Rover factory with a dodgy paint job, it's the Defender clone. This one's got the rugged look down pat. For $4,000, it promises all the off-road prowess of its British inspiration without the pesky reliability issue. A true adventurer's dream on a budget. Now, let's be clear, these aren't your meticulously engineered high-performance machines. They're more like the automotive equivalent of a budget Halloween costume. They're more like the automotive equivalent of a budget Halloween costume. They might not win any awards for authenticity, but they sure are fun. But hey, who doesn't love a good underdog story? These cars might just surprise you with their charm and character, or in this case, under-engineered. Buckle up! We're about to explore the quirks and features of these fascinating knockoffs. Let's hit the road! First up, the drum track test. It's designed to test suspension articulation and overall off-road composure. Basically, we're chucking these imitations over some seriously bumpy terrain and seeing which one survives with the least amount of rattles. The Defender clone, with its surprisingly supple suspension, took the bumps in relative stride. It bounced and swayed like a drunken sailor on shore leave, but it kept moving. The Ram clone, on the other hand, was a different story. It clanged and banged its way through the course, its stiff suspension transmitting every bump and jolt straight to our spines. It felt like riding a rodeo bull through a china shop. Next, we pointed these mechanical mavericks uphill, ready to face one of the toughest challenges in off-roading, and not just any hill, mind you, but a 45-degree monster designed to separate the men from the boys, the true contenders from the pretenders. Or in this case, the cheap knockoffs from the slightly less cheap knockoffs. This was the ultimate test of power, endurance, and sheer will. This time, the Ram clone, with its surprisingly gutsy engine and all the torque of 1,000 hamsters, clawed its way to the top. It was a sight to behold, a testament to engineering and determination. It wasn't pretty, sounding more like a distressed yak than an internal combustion engine, but it got the job done. The noise was almost comical, yet it powered through. The Defender clone, however, struggled. Despite its rugged appearance, it was clear that looks can be deceiving. Its diesel engine, which sounded like it was powered by a chorus of angry bees, simply couldn't muster the oomph needed for the steep incline. The engine roared, but the vehicle barely moved. It eventually gave up halfway, like a middle-aged man attempting a marathon after a liquid lunch. The effort was there, but the capability was lacking, leaving it stranded and defeated. Section 4, drag strip duel, electric punch versus diesel huff. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the drag race. Well, as much of a drag race as you can have with vehicles that handle like shopping carts full of bowling balls. The Ram clone, surprisingly, shot off the line like a scolded cat. Well, more like a slightly warm cat that's been prodded with a stick. Turns out those dual electric motors pack a decent punch. The Defender clone, lumbering along with its wheezing diesel engine, didn't stand a chance. It trundled down the track like it was stuck in second gear, which it probably was, knowing these questionable build qualities. Section 5. Build quality and design, a tale of two knockoffs. In this section, we delve into the nitty-gritty of what makes these knockoffs stand out, or rather fall short. Let's talk aesthetics. The Ram clone boasts a certain bold, if somewhat unrefined, charm. It's like a rough sketch of the original, with exaggerated lines and a lack of finesse. It's the automotive equivalent of a pair of novelty oversized sunglasses, loud, brash, and likely to fall apart after a week. It screams for attention, but doesn't hold up under scrutiny. Inside, it's a different story. The interior is about as luxurious as a prison cell. The seats are hard, the amenities are sparse, and comfort seems to be an afterthought. Hard plastics abound, the fit and finish is questionable at best, and the only thing missing is a faint aroma of instant noodles. It's a far cry from what you'd expect in a vehicle trying to mimic a premium brand. The Defender clone, on the other hand, tries a bit harder to mimic its inspiration. It's like a student who studied the original but missed the finer details. It's not going to fool anyone at your local Land Rover club meeting, but it might raise an eyebrow or two from a distance. The enthusiasts will spot the differences immediately, but casual observers might be momentarily deceived. The interior, while a step up from the Ram, still leaves much to be desired. There's an attempt at refinement, but it falls short of genuine luxury. The materials are cheap, the design is uninspired, and the overall feel is about as premium as a pack of discount cigarettes. It's clear that while the exterior might catch your eye, the interior will quickly remind you that this is, after all, just a knockoff. Section 6. The price of imitation, value for money. So the big question, are these Chinese knockoffs worth your hard-earned cash? Well, that depends on your definition of worth. If you're looking for a reliable, well-built and luxurious off-roader, then no. Run away and don't look back. But if you're on a tight budget, have a sense of humor and a penchant for automotive adventure, and by adventure I mean frequent breakdowns, then these clones might just be your cup of tea. Just remember, you get what you pay for. And in this case, you're getting a whole lot of... what were they thinking? Section 7, and the winner is sort of. So, which one emerges victorious in this battle of the budget off-roaders? It's a tough call. The Ram clone, with its surprising electric power and go-anywhere attitude, wins points for sheer entertainment value. But the Defender clone, with its more comfortable ride and slightly less offensive interior, edges out a victory in the practicality department. Ultimately, the real winner here is the consumer, because for the first time ever, you can experience the thrill and potential heartbreak of owning a knockoff Dodge Ram or Land Rover Defender without remortgaging your house.